everybody. Welcome to Phat Girlz Guide to Survival Week 13. Hopefully I've got my technical difficulties fixed. Can you hear me now? I hope. Please say you can hear me, please. Yay! All right. So now that we don't sound like chipmunks, this is my daughter Alexis. Over here, down in front of the camera. Smooth move. Well, you're just a klutz tonight.
I'm trying to not break things while I squeeze my butt behind your chair.
Okay, don't squeeze your butt behind my chair. Just put your head over my shoulder. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi, this is Alex. I talk about her all the time in my shows. And so here she is. I'm really sorry for the technical difficulties. I ended up having to switch whole cameras and try a different camera. So we've got it fixed now, and we are going to get started with Phat Girlz Guide to Survival, Week 13. All right, so Lex, if you want, you can sit down.
Do I have to shut up?
Maybe sometimes. All right, so,
Go.
Okay, so, all right, so Scale Dearest and I are getting along this week. I have decided to name her Scale Dearest after Mommy Dearest. Instead of screaming no more wire hangers at me, she is screaming no more junk food. So anyway, this week I am weighing in at 290, which means I lost 2 pounds this week. And I am perfectly okay with that, considering I had Alex's birthday and Easter to contend with. So for a total weight loss of 40 pounds in 13 weeks. Hey, what? Hey, what, Mom? Mommy Dearest? No, I'm kidding. But anyway, I'm really good with losing 2 pounds this week because, like I said, it puts me at 40 pounds. I have, from that movie, Mommy Dearest, where she beats the kids with the wire hangers. You know what I'm talking about? Stop giving me crap. 10 more pounds to go until my next big reward. And I have decided for my 50-pound reward that I want to go for a ride on the Belle of Louisville. I'll post a website so you guys can see what that is. It's a beautiful, beautiful boat. And I would love to go on a ride on the Belle of Louisville. So, hi, Cassie. So, anyway, that's where my weight is this week, 290. Woot woot. Okay, so for my measurements, so Chris and I are not as measurement inclined as we thought we were, and have been doing the measurements for my hips and chest wrong, like all wrong. So today, after watching a couple of videos and asking a couple of experts, we learned how to do measurements correctly. So my chest is at 44.5, but I can tell you that, hi Dawn, that my bra size went from a 46 triple D to a 44 double D. So I have definitely lost inches in the chest area. My waist is 47.5. I lost 1 3/4 of an inch on that. And my hips are at 51 inches even. So we're going to start measurements for the hips and chest as of today's measurements. And then the waist is just an update because we were doing the waist correctly, but we're really measurement stupid apparently. Can't do it right. But now we know what we're doing, so we should be good. So my week this week went pretty well. It was Alex's birthday. I did not eat any cake or cupcakes or frosting, so that was good. However, I did have Pizza Hut Saturday night, and then I also had Pizza Hut Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon. So, I mean, and I counted my points and everything, so it's not like I was cheating. I did count my points. I stayed within my points. It was great. I thought for sure I was going to be screwed on weigh-in because it was like 4 slices of pizza over the weekend. And now, just so you know, I have to order my pizza with no sauce. So that kind of cuts down on some of the points. But that, you know, so that's a good thing at least, because I can't eat tomatoes. So no sauce. It's kind of pointless, really. Might as well just order some cheese sticks, I guess, actually. But then I don't get the pepperoni. And pepperoni, you know, if you're going to have pizza, I mean, come on. So anyway, then on Easter, someone brought over some Easter candy to my house, and they had permission to do it. I thought I was stronger than I was. And I did eat a Reese's peanut butter egg, and I was very good. I did count the points and everything, which I would like to tell you, one little Reese's peanut butter cup egg is 9 frickin' points. 9. Now, I didn't scan the little egg before I popped it in my mouth, but I did it. I'm being transparent about it. I'll own up to it. I tracked my points and I just moved on. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Sherry. So I tracked my points and I just moved on. I got a few bike rides in this week in between the rain, and one of the very coolest things that happened was my one of my very best besties, Kim, moved back home, so I'm really excited about that. Hi, Bridget. I'm really excited that she's back, and she's been in the land of Kansas for quite a while, so it's very awesome that she's back. That made my week. I also had, and you guys will have to follow me on Twitter to find out who it is, but I also had a pretty famous star start following Phat Girlz Guide to Survival this week, and on Twitter. So I'm really stoked about that. I mean, she's been in a ton of things. If you saw her picture, you're totally going to know her face. You will have to, like I said, you will have to follow me on Twitter, though, to find out who it is. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really, really liking that. So our first topic this week is always have your why close by. Now, so I've been looking at Weight Watchers Connect a lot lately. Actually, I look at it every day, and I've seen a lot of people posting about their why. W-H-Y, why, the word why. I saw one post that said, always keep your why close by. So I guess the first thing we need to establish is, what is our why? Well, our why is the reason we are trying to get healthier. We are trying to lose weight. We're trying to change our lives. The why is very important. So my why is that I want to be me again. I want to be healthy again. I want to be able to do things with my family. I want to be happy again. I don't want to be ashamed to leave my house. I don't want to be body shamed when I do leave my house. You know, I mean, and so that's a lot of whys for me. So I'm just shortening that whole mouthful down to, I want to be me again. So my why is, I want to be me again. So I was talking to my mom today. My mom said her only why this week is, why did I eat that damn blizzard last night? I would love, I mean, you know, you gotta love my mom. You gotta love her. She is doing Weight Watchers with me. She is my first and foremost diet buddy. I love her so dearly. She just does everything for our family, and she's so amazing. And I would love to congratulate my mom tonight on her weight loss of 40 pounds as well. So I think she started 1 week after I did, because she was traveling when we first decided to do Weight Watchers. So I ended up starting a week before her, and then she started when she got back. But we've both lost 40 pounds. And I have to tell you, like, I could not do this without her. She is so amazing. She's my biggest hero. And I just cannot give my mom enough props and shout outs. And she just needs to know how much I love her, because she's absolutely amazing. She's actually one of my whys. So anyway, what are some of your whys? Shout them out in the comments. I would love to know what they are. You know, and here's the thing, your journey doesn't have to be weight loss. Your journey could be quitting smoking. You know who you are. Your weight loss, your journey could be, I'm going to quit drinking. It could be, I'm going to quit doing whatever. I don't care what it is. But, you know, just shout out your whys out there for me and let me know what you've got. So now that we've established what the why is and that we must keep it close by, if your why is your family, then get a family pic and keep it in your wallet. Kim told me to hush. She knew I was talking about her. Keep it in your wallet. Put it on the home screen of your phone. Put it on your PC. Put it in your purse, you know, on your tablet, whatever. But keep that screenshot of your family close by. If your why is yourself, then pick your favorite pic of yourself. Maybe, like for me, my why would be the picture for when I was like 18 or 19 and I weighed like 140 pounds. It was wonderful. So if I was going to do that, that would be the one I would keep there. You know, but keep it in those same places. If it's a list of reasons like mine is, then make a little tiny card. And this is what I'm going to do. And I should have done it before the show so I could show you, but make a little tiny card with your list of reasons and laminate it with boxing tape or scotch tape or whatever. Or if you have a laminator, do it that way. I'm not that fancy. I'm pretty redneck. But laminate it. Keep it in your wallet. Keep it in your purse, wherever. That way, when you're feeling beat up, let down, like you can't keep going, you always have that why there. You know, you can always look at it when you're having a tough day. It's just right there for you. Hi, Faith. Nice to have you. Always remember your why. It's what's going to keep you going. It's what's going to keep you inspired, and it gives you the motivation to keep on keeping on. So yes, keep your why close by. So our second topic for today is you are more than your diet. So obviously, Phat Girlz Guide to Survival started out with me making a change in my life by wanting to lose weight and to get healthier. But lately, my wanting to lose weight and get healthier has overtaken my life. And that's all I ever seem to talk about. And it's the same way for my mom. I mean, we started this together, and now it's like every time we get together, that's all we talk about is diets and points and weight loss and this and that. So, and it's important. It is very important, and you always need to communicate with your diet buddy. And I'm not saying completely stop talking about it, but what I am going to say is broaden your horizons. Okay, so for the first few weeks, you know, we talk about it all the time, and because it's a complete and total lifestyle change. So when you're doing a complete and total lifestyle change, that's all you're going to talk about. You know, it's gotten to the point where that's it. That's what we talk about. And my mom says that she has become like the people that used to annoy her all the time when she was not dieting, because that was all they would talk about. And now that's all her and I talk about nonstop. So has your diet become your entire life? If it has, let me know in the comments. You know, let me know if you have any ways that you're changing this. But my mom and I, we've changed our lifestyle. We're eating better. We're getting healthier. We're getting that physical and that mental health in order. But now we're working on trying to broaden our horizons by changing our attitudes and changing other things we can control in our lives, like our living spaces, our closets, our clothing, not sizes of clothing, but colors and things like that. Putting our winter clothes away and bringing out all those colors that pop. Now, you all that know me have known that I have never been a pop color person. Like, I wear blue, I wear black, I wear gray, blue, black, gray, blue. That's about it. But I am really going to try hard to wear a lot brighter colors this year. I bought pink. I asked for pink for Christmas. I have pink. Now, for those of you that know me, you guys know that that is really just weird for me. But I did it and I love it, and I am trying to bring more colors that pop into my wardrobe. That's the one. Wardrobe. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, so not just changing your closet, but changing the color schemes in your house, rearranging your house, cleaning up, things like that, things that bring that make you feel good about where you're living, and then that improves your attitude, which by, you know, and it reflects good on your attitude. I think if I have a clean house and I have, you know, and I feel really good about where I'm living and what I'm doing in my house, then it totally reflects in my attitude. Before we moved, our house was really bad. It was really bad. Color is key, I agree. My mom says she's going to color her hair, no more gray. Hey, Mom, can I color your hair? I'm really good with blues and pinks and reds and all those beautiful colors. You should let me do it. We could let Ryan do it too. But anyway, so changing the color schemes of your house and your clothing to reflect the warmer seasons to come that are obviously not in Louisville or my other home of Nebraska yet, but they are coming, we hope. My mom says I cannot color her hair. I don't think she trusts me. So weird. So sometimes when we're changing our diets and when we're changing our lives, we forget to work on our living spaces. I think that our living spaces definitely reflect how we feel about ourselves and others and our situations. So if our living space is dark and gloomy and depressing, then so are we at times. My old house was very dark and gloomy and depressing, and I hated everything about it. And my husband Chris and I were very lucky to move into this beautiful new house. And but my living room was still not making me happy. It had a futon that was broken. It had no decoration in it, no personality. It just felt really sterile and non-welcoming. So I spent about 95% of my time in the room, in my bedroom, at my computer, or on my bed, because I really hated the way that my living room felt. Like, I hated it. And it just fed into me being more depressed and more of a recluse. I was ashamed of my living room, and I wasn't ashamed of my house because my house was beautiful. I was ashamed of the content of my living room because it wasn't good. It wasn't warm. It wasn't homey. It wasn't inviting. And so I just really didn't like it. So what did we do? We decided to spice things up a bit. We got some new rugs. We got a new shelf. We got a kick-ass new couch. Thanks, Mom and Dad. We hung up some of our wedding pictures. We just hung up little things that made our living room really homey. And now I sit in there all the time, and I'm happy, and I watch movies, and I'm really glad, Faith. That's great. And I watch movies, and I play Mario on the Wii, and I do all kinds of things in my living room now. I have people over, and I'm not ashamed to have people over. And it's completely changed my attitude about my house. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore my house. I just didn't adore that room. It just didn't feel homey to me. My mom this last week has changed out all her winter deco for bright spring colors. It just makes her whole living room pop because her living room is actually kind of dark. There's just poor lighting, really. And so, and not due to her, but just the way that the lighting is positioned on the ceilings. It's kind of poor lighting. And so she put in some bright, beautiful blues, and it made the whole room pop. It made her attitude pop. And I really think it brightens everybody's mood in the house when the place you call home looks good, smells good, feels homey when you walk in. I mean, the first thing you're going to get when you walk into my house is licked, kissed, and greeted by dogs. So those things make my house feel homey to me. but not things, my puppies. But so what makes your house feel homey? What makes your living space pop? And when you clean your house or your home or your apartment or whatever it is, do you feel better? Does your attitude change? Does how your house look reflect how you feel outwardly and inwardly, for that matter? You know, and I'm not just talking about your living room, though. Do things like change your bedroom around. You'll notice that my background is completely different today. Chris and I spent pretty much all day yesterday rearranging our entire bedroom. So now our computers are both on the same wall. Our bed is over here. But I have to tell you, we did do something that I don't think was the smartest idea. I'm pretty OCD about some things, and I needed to be on the side that my dresser was on, and I needed to have like my side of, like, everything that I use personally needs to be on my side of the bed. Well, the way that we rearranged the room, the only way that that could happen is if we switched sides of the bed. So now I am no longer on my true preferred side of the bed. So last night I woke up, I went to sleep fairly easily, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was very, very confused and very lost and didn't quite figure out until after I'd gone to the bathroom what was going on with my room. So if you're gonna do something like that, I wouldn't suggest changing sides of the beds, because this is really gonna get sticky, I think. I don't think I'm gonna like it, and Chris isn't gonna like it if I make him switch the bed back around. So I'm gonna have to get used to it or just suffer. But anyway, so get your living space in order, make it pop, and then you just pop right along with it. I think that that's really, really a good way to go with trying to get out of talking about the dieting and stuff all the time and everything. Talk about things that you're going to change in your home and things like that, and things that make you feel good outside of the dieting. So, because it can't be your entire life. It just can't. It'll take it over. And it's not that it's not important, guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't let it run your entire life. So that was our topic number 2. So I've joined some Weight Watchers groups on Facebook this week, and one of the ladies has started a challenge for the week, and it's called Squat the Pot. The Squat the Pot challenge. Basically, every time you go to the bathroom and you do your business, you get up and you sit down a few extra times and you do squats. And yes, there is a lot more to us than fat, Mom. You are very right. But yeah, so basically, when you go to the restroom and you do your business, you get up and you sit down a few extra times, and then you see how many squats you've done by the end of the week. It's kind of dirty now that I'm saying it, but it's been kind of fun too. Like, I've been sitting there laughing at myself doing it. So what the heck? We're going to try it. My mom says, is nothing safe from exercise anymore? We cannot even enjoy our private potty time. Everything has to be exercise and dieting now. This is exactly what she was talking about. So I talk about my mom all the time, but, you know, I have one of my favorite men in the entire world is my daddy-o. And so my dad always has funny things to say. He's very cool. I love him dearly. We call him the blind man because he's blind. But he's just awesome. So my dad has a new word that he's using this week, and I'm really kind of loving it. And this is just a little tidbit. Just thought it was kind of funny. It's called, his word is dumbassery. So I asked him, I said, okay, Dad, what is the definition of dumbassery? And he said, it's the act of being a dumbass. So it's like every time you see someone doing something stupid, like eating a Tide Pod or snorting a condom up their nose, which apparently is now a thing, that would be the definition of dumbassery. So that's just my dad's little tidbit for the week. I thought that was pretty good. So we are on step 8 this weekend, all of my fat girls and fat guys. So step 8 is list all the foods that you've helped that have helped you get to where you are, and then tell them I'm sorry for using you and abusing you for so long. I'm kidding. That is not it. It's a little joke. But seriously, I did make a list of all the foods that I used as comfort foods, and I've pretty much blocked those foods from my life. So I made a list of the foods that whenever I get really depressed, this is my go-to food. Like my husband's gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches that are like 5 million points. I can't eat those anymore. Those have to stay at the store. We can't do all those cheeses and those wonderful breads anymore. Things like that. Cadbury eggs. I used to go buy like 80 million of those at Easter time and stick them in the freezer. And so those would be a go-to comfort food. There's just a ton of things like that. But not just that, I then made a list of all the people and relationships that I had put to the side because I was too ashamed of myself to come out of my house or too depressed to nurture those relationships. And then I started making my apologies, and some of them were accepted and some of them were not. And the ones that didn't, you just have to move on and let them go. But I'm trying to reconnect with people and rebuild my social life. So that is step 8. Make a list of the relationships and the things that you've put aside because of, or if you have, maybe you haven't, but I did. I got to be really recluse, or really a bad recluse, and would hardly leave my house, and I put a ton of relationships aside and on hold. And so now I'm rebuilding my social life and trying to do all that. I didn't really have a recipe of the week this week, you guys. I'm sorry about that. I just didn't cook a lot this week. So I'll have to catch you up. I'll do 2 this week. I'll do 2 recipes this coming week, and I will get caught up, I swear. I just was really busy this week, and we just did not cook. So thank you very much for watching Phat Girlz Guide to Survival tonight. Please remember to like, comment, share, rate, and let me know if you're catching me live or on the replay. You can check out the website at phatgirlsguidetosurvival.com. You can follow me on Twitter and find out who the famous star is that's following me. And remember, everybody, that we are not F-A-T. We are P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tempting. And for my guys out there, you are fully hot and tempting, F-H-A-T. Remember that, guys. And also remember that if you feel good on the inside, you will radiate on the outside. So just radiate, everybody. Thank you, and have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday.